The best method is the one you'll stick to. This is the simple truth. It gets lost in the noise. Let's meet Anna. 3 debts. Overwhelmed. A $2,000 credit card, a $5,000 car loan, a $12,000 student loan. She starts strong. Then progress feels slow. Quit. 6 months later, a new plan. Quit again. Not a failure of character, just momentum. 2 paths work. Avalanche saves more money. Snowball builds momentum. The best? Not in a spreadsheet. It depends on your behavior. What keeps you going when motivation fades? Small wins create momentum. Momentum carries you home. Snowball. Pay minimums on everything. Always. No exceptions. Put all extra money on your smallest balance. Fast victory. Confidence rises. Roll that payment forward. Repeat. A long race becomes short, satisfying sprints. To choose, compare 6 things: costs saved, motivation, simplicity, time to first win, stress, long-term consistency. Avalanche wins costs saved. The math is clear. Snowball wins motivation, and the first win, stress drops sooner. Simplicity is a tie. Long-term, if you need wins, Snowball helps you stick. If you love optimization, Avalanche keeps you steady. Let's make this real with a quick example. Meet Anna. After setting her budget, she's found an extra $300 per month to accelerate her debt payoff. Her goal is to clear her balances as efficiently as possible and reduce the financial stress she feels every month. She has 3 debts. First, a credit card, which we'll call Debt A, with a $2,000 balance at a high 20% APR and a $50 minimum. Second, a car loan, Debt B, with $5,000 at 8% and a $100 minimum. And finally, a student loan, Debt C, with $12,000 at 4% and a $150 minimum. Using the snowball method, Anna focuses on the smallest balance first, Debt A. She continues paying the minimums on her car and student loans, but she combines her extra $300 with Debt A's $50 minimum, sending a powerful $350 payment each month. In about 6 months, Debt A is completely gone. This is a huge motivational win. Now, the snowball grows. She takes the entire $350 she was paying on Debt A and rolls it onto the next smallest debt, the car loan. Her new payment for Debt B is its $100 minimum plus that $350 for a total of $450 per month. Now let's rewind and see how the Avalanche method works. This strategy sorts by interest rate, not balance. The goal is to eliminate the most expensive debt first. In Anna's case, the 20% credit card is the costliest, so it's also the first target. The order of attack, A, then B, then C, happens to be the same as the snowball method for her specific situation. She makes the same initial payments, clearing Debt A in 6 months. The difference emerges in scenarios where the smallest debt doesn't have the highest interest rate. While both methods ultimately get her to 0, the Avalanche method almost always saves more money in total interest, because it systematically dismantles the most mathematically damaging debt first. So here's the bottom line. The snowball method delivers the quickest psychological victory, which can be crucial for staying motivated. The Avalanche method is the most financially efficient, saving you the most money in the long run. There is no single right answer, only the one that you can commit to and sustain over time. First, let's cover the common pitfalls that can derail your progress. Mistake 1 is adding new debt while you're trying to pay off old debt. It's like bailing water out of a boat while drilling new holes in the hull. The fix is decisive. Freeze your credit cards, literally if you have to. Switch to using cash or a debit card to break the cycle of borrowing. This single change creates the foundation for all your progress. Mistake 2. Missing minimum payments. This is a triple threat. You get hit with late fees, your credit score takes a significant hit, and your interest rates can climb. The fix is non-negotiable. Automate every single minimum payment. Set it and forget it. This ensures you're always current, protecting your score and avoiding unnecessary penalties. Mistake 3. Ignoring your APRs and fees. Not all debt is created equal. The fix: get organized. Create a master list of every debt you have, the balance, the minimum payment, and especially the interest rate. Knowledge is power. And this list is your strategic map. Mistake 4. Having no buffer for surprises. Life happens. A flat tire or an unexpected bill can force you to reach for a credit card, undoing your hard work. The fix: before you get aggressive with extra payments, build a small emergency fund of $500 to $1,000. This is your financial shock absorber. Mistake 5. Pausing contributions after a setback and never restarting. It's okay to pause if you have a major expense, but momentum is critical. The fix: resume your extra payments as soon as possible, even if it's a smaller amount. The habit is more important than the dollar figure. Finally, mistake 6. Ignoring variable rates and promotional expirations. That 0% introductory offer is a ticking clock. The fix: track these dates religiously. Set calendar alerts a month or two in advance so you can plan to pay off the balance or find another solution before the rate skyrockets. After all the analysis, all the noise and conflicting advice, the path forward becomes clear. The confusion fades, and you're left with 2 proven strategies, each with its own unique power. The question is no longer "you can do this," but "you will start." Let's simplify the choice. Here is your rule of thumb to find the method that fits you, not the other way around. You should pick the snowball method if your biggest enemy is a feeling of being stuck. If you need those quick, tangible wins to build momentum, if you've tried and quit before because the goal felt too far away, this is for you. It's designed for the person who feels overwhelmed by a long list of bills and finds deep satisfaction in watching a balance hit 0. Freeing up mental space and proving progress is possible. On the other hand, you should pick the avalanche method if your motivation is fueled by logic and efficiency. If you're disciplined, you trust a long-term plan, and the thought of wasting money on interest pains you more than you crave a quick victory. This path is for the optimizer, the person who wants to know they are saving the absolute maximum amount of money over the life of their loans. It requires patience, but the financial rewards are undeniable. But remember, this isn't a rigid choice. You can go hybrid. This is a powerful strategy where you crush 1 or 2 of your tiniest debts using the snowball method to get that initial surge of confidence. Then, with that momentum behind you, you pivot your strategy to the avalanche method for the remaining debts, ensuring maximum long-term savings. So, let's boil it down to your final action plan, your checklist. 1. List every single debt, balance and interest rate, no exceptions. 2. Automate all your minimum payments so you never miss one. 3. Choose your starting path, snowball, avalanche, or hybrid, and commit to it for at least 3 months. 4. Build a small emergency buffer, even just $500 to handle surprises. 5. Track your progress monthly. See the numbers go down. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You now have the map. Pick your path. Start today, you can do this.